Hello, and welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. Today we're going to talk about some confusing vocabulary, so let's get started. Today we're talking about the pronunciation of G-U-E at the end of a word. It has 3 different pronunciations. Let's pronounce these 3 words. The first word is argue, and the second word is vague, and the third word is dengue or dengue. They're all pronounced differently. Let's take a closer look. First, let's talk about argue. Argue. Make the U sound like you. Argue. Example, they are arguing. When I make it continuous with ing, we need an extra sound. We need the w sound to link the vowels. So it's arguing. Arguing. They're arguing. Let's practice. Are they arguing? That's right, they're arguing. Now let's look at this word. This word is dengue or dengue. Both pronunciations are correct. I prefer dengue. I think I've heard it more that way. But again, you'll hear dengue and dengue. So the G-U-E is pronounced gay, like gay, with the long A, like say and pay, dengue, or dengue, with the long E, like green beans, dengue. So you can say dengue or dengue fever. With the word fever or without the word fever. I think it's more common with the word fever. Dengue fever is caused by mosquitoes. Let's hear some examples.
Trust me, despite decades of avoiding the gym like that's where you get dengue fever, I have probably unfairly dealt a pretty good hand.
I could get you there, but you have to consider the dengue fever, anaconda. Plus, look, lady, that's the home of the actual puka machuna.
Yes. Practically every university research group is trying to eradicate the spread of malaria and dengue.
Let's practice. Can mosquitoes give you dengue fever? That's right, mosquitoes can give you dengue fever. Now let's talk about this word, vague. This is the most common pronunciation of G-U-E. The U-E is silent. That's the most common pronunciation. Vague. Use the long A like day and say. Vague. It means not clear. Example, he has a vague memory of what happened. Or I can say vaguely. He vaguely remembers what happened. Not clearly. Vaguely. Let's practice. Does he have a vague memory of what happened? That's right, he has a vague memory of what happened. Does he vaguely remember what happened? That's right, he vaguely remembers what happened. The idea, he doesn't remember clearly. Only vaguely. First, let's talk about some common words, like this one, tongue. Tongue. Use the short sound like cup and up. Closed. Tongue. And the UE is silent. Make the sound. Tongue. It's nasal. It's in your nose. This is my tongue. And this word, league. Use the long E sound like green beans. League. As in Major League Baseball. It's the National League in the United States. It's called Major League Baseball. And this word, colleague. It's not co-league, it's colleague. It's the open ah sound like hot and stop. Colleague. Colleague. They're colleagues. They're coworkers. Let's practice. Are they colleagues? That's right, they're colleagues. Now let's talk about this word. This is fatigue. The A is making a short sound like cup and up because it's not stressed. Fatigue. Stress the second syllable. Make the long E sound like green beans. Fatigue. With the hard G sound and the UE is silent. Fatigue. It's when you're tired. Fatigue is like being tired. Example, this medicine has some side effects. One of the side effects is fatigue. Being tired. So the medicine causes fatigue. Let's practice. Does the medicine cause fatigue? That's right. The medicine causes fatigue. It makes you tired. It's one of the side effects. And this word is pronounced plague. We say use the article the plague. Use the long A sound like day and say. Plague. And the UE is silent. The plague. Or you can call it the bubonic plague. It was a disease maybe over 400 years ago. It was a long time ago. It was called the plague. The plague was a disease a long time ago. Let's practice. What was the plague? Was it a disease a long time ago? That's right, the plague was a disease a long time ago. Now let's talk about this crazy word. It is pronounced meringue. Meringue. Use the sound like burger, meringue. Then use the long A sound like day and say, plus the nasal sound. So you have rang. Like the past of sing is sang. And the past of ring is rang. We're going to use that sound. Meringue. Meringue. So there's no g. It's in your nose. Because you have the NG together here. Meringue. And what is meringue? Well, it's a food. When you mix eggs and sugar and you beat it together, that's called meringue. And this is lemon meringue pie. And it's great. I love it. I love eating lemon meringue pie. Let's practice. Have you ever tried lemon meringue pie? Very good. So remember, GUE has 3 different pronunciations. Argue, dengue or dengue, and vague. The last one is the most common pronunciation. So keep watching to practice with more crazy pronunciation.
Today I want to talk about this expression, go rogue. If you decide not to follow the plan, if you decide not to follow the system, and you decide to do your own thing, you go rogue. Let's listen to some examples.
Okay, don't go rogue. We got to do this right.
You? Well, I can go rogue. I mean,
You go rogue, he's authorized to hunt you down and kill you.
In the present, go rogue. In the past, went rogue.
But Lane went rogue and turned it against you, didn't he?
A member of this fraternity went rogue.
A US sniper went rogue and killed several military officers.
This word is pronounced chaos. The first sound is the hard k sound like cake and cookies. K. The first vowel is a long A. K. Like say and pay. K. Chaos. Chaos. The second vowel is the short ah sound like hot and stop. It's the short O. It's open. It makes a sound ah. So together, chaos. When you link these 2 vowels, the long A and the short ah sound, we link them with the y sound, like in yellow and yesterday. So link the sounds. K, chaos, chaos, chaos. And the final S makes a true S sound, S, with no voice. Chaos. Chaos is a non-countable noun. We do not count chaos. You cannot say 1 chaos or 2 chaoses. So for that reason, we do not say a chaos. Just chaos. We can express chaos with there is, or in the past, there was chaos, and with it is, or in the past, it was. Both are correct. It was chaos and there was chaos. Example, before the revolution, there was chaos. There was chaos before the revolution. Let's practice. Was there chaos before the revolution? That's right, there was chaos before the revolution. They had a big party and the neighbors called the police. It was chaos. To give emphasis, we can say complete. It was complete chaos. Let's practice. There was a big party and the neighbors called the police. Was it complete chaos? That's right, it was complete chaos. And we have the adjective chaotic. Let's compare the 2. With chaos, the stress is on the first syllable, on the A sound. K, chaos. But with chaotic, the stress is on the second syllable. Chaotic. Let's look at the pronunciation of chaotic. The same sounds, the long A linked together with the short ah sound, kaya, but we move the stress, kaya, and the T is the fast D sound, chaotic. Chaotic is the adjective. I can describe the party and say the party was chaotic. The party was completely chaotic. Let's practice. So tell me about the party. Was it chaotic? That's right, it was completely chaotic. So remember the pronunciation of chaos and chaotic. Today we're learning the pronunciation of this word. This word is not pronounced choir. It's pronounced choir. Very different than how it looks. So the CH makes the K sound, like the letter K, K, K. Then we use the W sound, Qu, Qu, together with a long I, Quai, Quai. And then we have the sound like burger, When we link the Quai and the there's a sound in the middle. That is Y, the sound Y, like yellow, Y, Y. Let's link the sounds. Quai, Y, yer. Quai, yer. Together, choir. Put the stress on the first syllable. Choir. This word is pronounced choir. That's crazy. And what is a choir? A choir is a singing group, especially in a church or a school. And choir is a countable noun, so I have to say a choir. Sometimes I can refer to a specific choir and say the choir. So if you're referring to one in general, a choir. And if you're talking about a specific one, the choir. Example, I have never sung in a choir. I'm speaking about one choir in general. I have never sung in a choir. Let's practice. Have you ever sung in a choir? Very good. And if I talk about a specific choir, I say the. Example, my friend sings in the choir. I'm talking about a specific choir. The choir you know about at the church that you know about. The church that we go to. She sings in the choir. My friend sings in the choir. Let's practice. Does your friend sing in the choir? That's right. My friend sings in the choir. So remember, this word is pronounced choir. Very different than how it looks. And you can say a choir or the choir, depending on how you use it. Thank you for watching. And if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. And if you want to become a member, click the join button. And we'll see you next time.